This story begins as a narration of its protagonist Charles Bronson as a vaudeville performance, alternating scenes from his childhood and youth up to his adulthood, narrating them as if he was in a theater in front of a live audience. There are fragments of him speaking to the camera with bipolar characteristics, with moments where he just stares directly at the public, almost expressionless. He comments that he always wanted to be famous, knowing he was made for better things, although the audience doesn't have a reaction to his words. Parallel to that, there are sequences where Bronson is shown severely wounded in a cage while having a violent encounter with security guards, denoting his aggressive attitude. Even with this unsettling scene, Bronson's theater persona laughs out loud, to later show a credit card that says this film is based on a true story. He comments that there wasn't something bad with his mind as a baby or a toddler, but as a kid, he started to rob, something that would piss his classmates, often getting into fights he always won. He even beat a teacher to the ground, throwing a table at him out of rage. Bronson had altercations at school that always ended with a call to his mother, but she used to ignore his conflicts. He explains that although he was always a violent child, he was not bad, as he still had his principles. He took the first job he could at a dinner restaurant, but used to steal when no one was around. Still, he shared the earnings with a colleague he had feelings about. Bronson narrates that he came into the world with the name of Michael Peterson, but later changed it to his well-known alter ego, Charlie Bronson. There were attempts to hold him by the authorities during his youth, but Bronson would fight back with his fists against the cops. At one of the fights, he even goes so far as to rip out a cop's ear with his mouth. In 1974 England, he and his former co-worker Irene moved as a couple into a cheap home after having their baby. It seems like Bronson enjoyed or at least tolerated his new family life. After a few episodes of theft and violence on a post office, Bronson is given a 7-year jail sentence, with his mother hoping that this time will decrease, perhaps reaching only 4 years. Now Bronson is speechless in front of his wife, who never sees again. Contrary to what many people think, Bronson is affected by his admission to prison initially, but he immediately pokes fun at himself in the narrative, now playing the role of a clown.